Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Top Hat Gaming Man here, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Top Hat Chat on YouTube. Today, I am joined by my co-hosts, Mr. Street and the incredible Whoop. So, what's the matter with you?
Sorry, I wasn't expecting a spooky ghost to introduce me.
That wasn't a spooky ghost, that was just hype. Whoa!
Oh,
I can imagine him as a hype man in like an early 2000s rave.
what, a ghost train? Oh, come on!
Anyway, we've down to serious business now because I have recently procured. This was just before I gave up game collecting.
I was going to say, roll back.
Yeah, I've
God.
procured PlayStation Mini finally, and I'm very, very impressed with the product. I have to say, it's amazing.
Was it the £5 that you said it would be?
It was the £5 I said it would be, and it's a really high quality build. I have to say.
Okay, well,
Absolutely lovely.
let's have a look.
Right, here we go. So here's the box, and here is the system itself. Look at this. Lovely
Don't know how well
form
this-
factor, smooth edges like a beautiful PAL Super Nintendo, great colour, and it's even got a CD disco driver as well. So I can play all of my classic original PlayStation 1 games on this tiny little unit. Like, the functionality on this thing is great for retro gaming.
Yeah. And I, just as an experiment, also bought one. My one's a little bit newer than yours, I think. Although, potentially worse, and that's what we're going to explore. So here's the box for my one.
That's not a PlayStation Mini, that's an old-fashioned PlayStation.
No. Hold on. I'll pass that
That's
on there.
the out-of-date PlayStation.
It is most certainly mini. It's minier than yours. Not by a lot, actually, come to look at it. Now I've seen them side by side, but it is definitely minier than
Your
yours.
PlayStation Mini, I have to say, feels fraudulent.
It does.
It's extremely light, it feels cheap and tacky, whereas mine, it feels like you've got some real technology in there. Hold them
Oh,
both
yeah.
and feel the difference.
Oh yeah, no, I know, yeah, 100%.
See the difference in that?
Yeah.
And where you could have put the games in that?
Yeah, you don't. Well, on the little hard drive on the inside, the little flash drive.
So how, it's not really a classic Mini, surely, if you can't put your actual discs inside it.
Anyway, we're kind of vaguely talking about this one, but having a bit of a laugh about this one.
I'm not having a laugh. This is a PlayStation Mini, and it's a bloody good product.
It is a PS1.
It's a mini PlayStation.
It is.
There's no other form other than being a mini version.
Okay, well, we'll come back to this, I feel, because we've got some problems with this, and yeah, I don't know where to start. Where should we start?
The price.
I've got a main problem.
Go on.
This comes bundled with Metal Gear Solid 1, correct?
It most certainly does.
Well, it doesn't have the code that you need to ring on the back for the codec.
It might be in the guide. I think there might be online. Oh, like not
No,
online.
that's on the cover art of the game.
Oh, yeah, that should be there.
So it's trash.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Can we have? What should we do first?
I don't
How
know
can we
where
attack
to...
this?
What, with this thing?
Yeah.
I would never, ever pay £100 for an emulation device. Or,
Neither did I.
How much did you pay?
90.
Again, £90 for an emulation device. Like, what's that about?
Yeah. I bought it kind of as an experiment because you said that you weren't going to buy one.
I said I'd buy one when it's £5.
Yeah.
£5, job done. PlayStation Mini.
And I thought, well, I'll buy this one. I'll bite the bullet for the channel. Because this is something that's worth looking at. Bearing in mind that a lot of the big channels probably won't be covering this because they all cancelled their pre-orders. But we're going to have a look at it. I think the first thing we'll probably look at is the controllers.
Yes.
So, if we...
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Right, okay. There's one. You can have a look at that. You don't have to hold the box. Let's share out these controllers. There we go. There's one for you. It does come with two.
Again, how much did you pay for this?
It was... Well, that came free with this.
So it was £90 for that and this.
Yeah.
Tell me then why my PlayStation Mini cost me £5 and my controller has analog sticks and it's actually got some weight behind it as well.
It's probably because you shouted
And I
at
can
them.
actually turn the analog on and off.
You shouted at them really loudly for no reason, and then they just went, well, I'll give it to you for £5 if you go away. because that's kind of how I'm feeling at the moment.
Does anyone remember how much my PlayStation Mini was on release?
No.
No.
I bet it was around £90.
I think it was I reckon it's probably more than that, but maybe you might be right.
Close to release.
But that just feels...
I must admit, this controller feels amazing.
And it's a lovely shade of grey as
That's
well.
it. It's pound for pound arguably my favourite PlayStation controller ever.
Yeah.
I love the colour. I seriously dig the colour, that off-white with that grey, almost purple kind of tint to it.
Yeah.
The buttons, it's gorgeous.
Can I say as well,
so much.
this one came with a power lead as well, so I can play it straight out of the box.
I've got a power lead. Hold on. Is this crappy, generic, almost like Poundland phone shop cable? The only problem is it doesn't have a plug. Everyone's got thousands of those laying around, according to Nintendo.
And Sony.
And Sony now, yeah. It doesn't breathe quality when you feel it, to be fair. It feels like they really cheaped out on this particular cable. Just throwing that out there.
What would you say the appeal is of purchasing one of these over one of these? Is there any benefits to having this over this?
I will come to that in a little bit.
Okay.
Because I also want to talk about the HDMI cable, which is also it's nice and long, but zero girth. And I think there'll be a few people that will tell you that is not what people look for. It feels cheap. There's no Sony branding on this as well. So they cheaped out on the HDMI cable as well. Not that really matters, it just goes to show how cheap they were being when they were making it.
Why would you want to play PlayStation 1 games in high definition? Surely that's a negative. If you're going to play a PlayStation 1, you're going to be wanting to play it on a CRT television instead, because that's how the graphics are meant to be displayed. It seems really odd to me that someone would be weird enough to want to play it for a HDMI. What's that about?
Well, it saves you having to have really old rubbish TVs that only have single-use applications now, such as playing old consoles. So you can just plug it straight
Most
into
modern
your big
televisions
TV.
I have seen do not even have audio-visual wires in which you can link to them. So there's no point of even owning a modern TV, because a good 90 out of 100 of my games consoles will not automatically work on a modern TV. So you're actually losing most of the capabilities with a new TV compared to an old one. Old televisions do far more than
all of the ones that
new
I've
ones.
ever bought, and I bought one fairly recently, have come with at least composite.
I think we've come up against the crux of the problem here.
Gum.
You own 100 consoles.
Who doesn't own 100 consoles? If you like gaming, you own 100 different consoles.
So
It's
should
the logical
people
thing.
that like gaming but don't have 100 consoles, should they go out and procure lots of consoles?
Well, yes. It's their responsibility.
Okay. But then won't that just drive the prices up? Because everyone will suddenly want them.
No, because you buy all the consoles and then you pirate the games in all of them. So the systems themselves would go up, but they don't need to buy the games.
Well, that's essentially what I'm hoping is going to happen with this, because again, they use open source emulation with this. So in theory, it should be hackable. It's been out for a few days now, and people are definitely giving it a good crack. So hopefully you'll be able to take off a few of the games that aren't so good on there, put on some of the better ones, and at least you'll have a pretty handy emulation kit. The other thing that Sony did, which is really nice of them, is on the controllers themselves, they're USB controllers. So in theory, you should be able to plug in a different controller into this, so to actually have analog sticks.
I'm a bit creeped out by this. Why is the open button not opening it?
Because it doesn't actually open, it doesn't play any CDs.
So why did it say the word open on the bloody front of it?
It's for changing discs.
But it doesn't take discs.
It's for changing virtual discs. So Final Fantasy VII, for example, came on multiple discs. When it gets to the point to change the disc, you hit that button and then you choose the next disc.
That doesn't sound very retro.
That's exactly how you would do it in real life, apart from there's no physical disc.
But retro games came on physical discs.
I can understand your point, and I think we went through this with the Super Nintendo Mini as well. Right, I don't know whether you're in this discussion or not, but how much better would the mini consoles be, specifically the Super Nintendo Mini, if rather than it coming packaged with 20 odd games, it came with the ability to buy miniature cartridges with a selection of like 5 games on, which you could then buy as add-ons, as a separate collection.
I would rather than that option, which I do agree is kind of tempting. I'd rather it just come with a working cartridge slot and you can put your own old games in it.
That'd be cool as well.
That's cool, but at the same time, why not just release a system with an actual CD drive? CDs are pennies. Like if you're a big corporation, you can afford to buy CDs for about 10 pence,
Well,
and then you
that's
could
it.
flog them for a £5 a pop. Couldn't you?
But the thing
There's
is
literally
that,
no. They do it with music. They sell you a random old CD, like I don't know, Vanilla Ice. And you can still go into a shop and you can buy a brand new copy of Vanilla Ice. Why can't you do that with Super Mario Brothers?
Where are
Yeah.
you buying a brand new copy of Vanilla Ice from?
why would you?
I don't buy music, but I just know you can.
And why would you punish yourself in such a
Or
way?
Milli Vanilli. If you want to get a new Milli Vanilli, you can go to HMV, buy Milli Vanilli. Try and buy a copy of Link to the Past on CD. Not going to happen.
It's
Never happened.
I can tell you haven't done your own shopping for, like, entertainment products for quite a while in a normal shop.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Why's this?
Because you're one sentence away from saying, I don't understand why people don't just keep going on down to Woolworths and buying their CD singles.
Well, they can if they want, can't they?
No.
No.
Woolworths has not been with us for many years now. CD singles the same.
But why
thing
don't they
is-
just go to, I don't know,
Electronics boutique.
yeah, or the BTs or the Army and Navy or something like that.
Army and Navy.
Going back to your earlier point just a moment ago, is why would you not have this play CDs? It's kind of like saying, well, why would it? Because if they would have to release this for more
CD
money.
technology.
Hold on, I'm in the middle of a sentence. Having this with extra stuff on it, they sold this for 90. To have a proper working disc drive in this would cost more money, so they have to sell it for even more. What would be the point? Why would people go out and buy that just to play discs when you can go out and get this for £5?
I've got a big fact with regards to this. It's simple. It wouldn't cost £90 to put a simple Discord drive inside this. And then, on top of that, like I said, they could just re-release old games, £5 a pop. People would buy them for a £5.
Yeah, I'm not
The
saying the
fiver's
same. I'm
nothing.
saying that would cost more money.
Yeah, but they would make more money by selling the games individually for £5 a pop.
Yeah.
People would like the fact they can own a physical game, the same as you can buy classic music, can't you? And people do.
What, do it like...
You can still buy like Elvis and the Beatles and Spice Girls and stuff like that, can't you?
Do it like
So why could you not do it?
GameCube
Why can't we do it with
discs?
games?
GameCube disc would fit.
Yeah,
That's
you
what,
could do it,
again, that's
yeah.
what we said about this next. Like, have a cartridge with compilations on or something like that, so
Cartridges
you
are
can buy
expensive to manufacture. CDs are pennies. Why is no one
GameCube
doing
CDs
this?
on.
But Nintendo would have been able to shift them. If anyone was going to be able to sell miniature cartridges to people, it would be Nintendo.
Yeah, I know, but you couldn't sell them for a £5 a pop. You'd have to put that a lot higher.
Yeah, you could put it at 15 and people would still buy them because they're idiots. I almost said a really naughty word.
Because
they are idiots.
Yeah, but yeah.
You could easily do it 15, 20 a pop with 5 games on it. People would pay for it because they're doing it on the virtual console and have been for ages.
Just
They're like
imagine if you could
£4
get
a
things
pop.
like an official copy of Earthbound on a modern CD with a new CD audio track.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It would be very, very good. So basically, they've screwed up this system. I will say, after playing it for a while, the game library. Okay,
What's
I
in
know
here?
that I know nothing. I know that the PlayStation 1, this one, didn't come with a game library. It didn't come with anything on it already. But the game's on the back.
Yeah.
Let's just have a little comparison.
So, winding down from left to right, we have Formula 1 2001.
Okay, and I would give my one. Battle Arena Toshinden. Awful.
Walt Disney's The Jungle Book Groove Party.
Ah, Jungle Book.
Yeah. Core Borders 2.
That one's-
Should we just go through... Right, pick a load of rubbish ones
Right, okay.
at random.
Uh,
There's not very many on there, is there?
Vib Ribbon.
That's an amazing
That's
game.
a pretty good game.
Never played it.
Yeah,
Disney's The Emperor's New Groove.
that's not great, to be fair.
No, it's alright. Not bad.
It's alright. It's not great.
C12 Final Resistance.
Never played that.
No.
No.
Crash Bash.
Awful.
Yeah, that's alright.
That's it for like bad games.
Yeah, again, this one, Jumping Flash, terrible. Intelligent Cube, not very good. Battle Arena Toshinden, terrible. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, pointless. What else? Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, awful. Siphon Filter, awful.
You're about to get a lot of hate for that statement.
But it's true. It's true. They are awful. You've got a handful of games that are worth playing on this, and one of them is Final Fantasy VII, which has been re-released on damn near every console you can imagine.
Not as many times as Skyrim.
Apart from, yeah.
The majority of these games look like the games when they used to go down the boot sale and they'd be 50p a pop and no one would want them.
Other than Persona.
Persona's an interesting one.
Persona was never released in
Yeah,
That's
Europe
what
full
I mean.
stock.
So that is like, it's not
Yeah.
worth £90 in order to play that, but that is one of the main calling cards for me for that console, that system there. To get it and play it would be so I could play Persona.
I mean, the ones that really stand out to me for being amazing. You've got Grand Theft Auto, Rayman, Metal Gear Solid, Persona, Tekken 3, Resident Evil, Wild Arms, Abe's Odyssey. That's kind of what, 7, 8?
So
So worth going for.
Let's conclude this
No
video.
Parodius.
No, there's no Parodius.
Let's conclude. Which is better?
That. All day that. Love that. Love that. Love that.
100% that, without question.
It looks nicer. It's an awesome bit kit. It's
It
very
also had a
nostalgic.
screen what came with it as well.
I
so you
remember
could
that
play on the
screen.
go, which
Did it come with it?
No,
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an add-on. But I don't think it came with it. Yeah, 100%. And again, the games are still relatively cheap. You can buy most of the ones on the back of this box for the ones you want to play. You could get for next to nothing.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Harking back to a stream that we did on Twitch TV / Top Hat Chat a few weeks ago when we were doing the scratch and sniff.
Oh yeah.
That console instantly brings to mind me having the FIFA 2001 disc that had the
smell?
scratch and sniff pitch on the front. Does it smell of new electronics?
Yeah.
It does actually. It does smell
Smell
very
my
new.
console.
New.
It does smell very new. I'd be surprised if this has been used more than a couple of times. To be fair, looking at the state of it.
I just love that controller so much.
I mean, funny, but look.
Yeah, it's
How new is that?
responsive.
That's
So
it's really
responsive.
nice. Yeah, but hopefully, again, this will be hackable, and you'll be able to use different controllers in it, and this will be something that will be worth having. At the moment, it is not. But it was nice to have a little look at it. I'm sure that I'll get some enjoyment out of it. I did quite enjoy playing Tekkenite for about 6 hours yesterday.
Tekken 3 is a great game.
Yeah.
It's not tag tournament, but 3 is a fantastic
Oh,
game.
3 is really, really good. It did annoy me because I turned it off and lost all my data, so all my character unlocks disappeared.
Oh,
But I'll work on that again. I mean,
Tiger.
it's a nice thing. I walked past it a few times and thought, why is my PlayStation so far away? And then realised it was just small.
You see that you needed a Father Ted moment. No street. This PS4, this PS1 is mini, whereas that PS1 is far away.
That's exactly. To be fair, that's exactly what happened to me more than once. Again, it's okay. It's cheaply done, not worth 90 quid. The games are a bit awful, but it will have its uses when it gets hacked.
Yeah, it's a wet, not an if.
Yeah, it's going to happen. And hopefully they'll be able to enable better controls on it as well.
I have nothing else to say on the matter.
But we all agree, if you're going to buy one or the other, buy a PS1 and buy the games for it that you want.
Yeah.
Because you'll get a better experience.
Or just a hacked old PlayStation one.
Yeah, chipped one.
Chipped one.
I chipped one of those.
Chipped one of those to go down a tree.
Yeah, they're much better. I wish I had
Or
one.
just a
of
PS3. Does it play PS1 games?
Only a certain one though, right? It
The
wasn't-
really early one.
Yeah, the first one.
With the one I've got, didn't really realise that. Why do they take features away from things? It's
To
ridiculous.
annoy people like you.
It's absolutely outrageous.
In fact, that's one of the
Let's
things
make
I
a new
like about
version, and the old ones, make a new version. It's not as good as the old one. Those whole, remember the Wii Mini? The Wii Mini can't play GameCube games.
That's ridiculous.
That's pointless.
They're doing what Apple did. It's like when Apple took away the home button on their phone and then released a peripheral that adds the home button to the phone.
Did they do that?
Yeah.
This happens all the
It's
time, and the bloody-
It really exists. You slot it onto the bottom of your phone. It's like, now I've got a home button. And it's like, but you had one anyway.
It was like, let's take away the headphone jack,
Well,
and we'll give you a headphone jack
that's the
for a
thing.
lightning port.
That's the thing that home button has on it. It has the home button and the jack port.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm going to eat my dinner, so should we say goodbye?
Yeah. Who wants to do an outro? Anyone?
Yeah, okay, I'll do an outro. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for another exciting edition of Top Hat Chat. You can join us every Saturday night, starting at 9 p.m. UK time on twitch.tv/TopHatChat. You can find us at our respective Twitter accounts. I'm sure that the accounts will be listed in the video description. You can see Rich doing Top Hat Gaming Man over on his channel at youtube.com/Top Hat Gaming Man.
Top Hat Gaming Man channel.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Rich was an idiot when he picked his URL.
How ridiculous.
I know.
But yeah, we hope to see you again very soon, and thanks once again.
Cheerio! Top Hat Chat is partly funded by the fantastic support we receive on Patreon. So I would like to give thanks to the following people: Michael Keneally and Ben Sainty, both for supporting the Top Hat Trust, and all of our other patrons. Yeah.
Also, a huge thank you to our god tier patron Stuart McDermott. We salute you, sir.
So if anybody else wants to support our fantastic Patreon, then there is a link for you in the description. Ta-ta and farewell.